Hello, dear Boss Mom. Welcome to Life of a Boss Mom, the podcast for faith driven moms who are building businesses, raising families, and living life on purpose. I am your host, Ochuko Adegoke, and around here, we believe that faith, family, and purpose can thrive together. If you're like me, grab your coffee. If you prefer tea, then grab it. Or you want something cold, go ahead, grab it. Take a breath and let's dive into today's topic, today's episode. If you missed episode one, go check it out. Today, we are looking at today's encouragement. We're diving into something we all feel, and that's overwhelm, right? Why you feel overwhelmed and how to reset. Now, let's take a look at why overwhelm happens. Now, overwhelm happens for us women is because we take too many roles at once. And so you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a CEO, you're a teacher, you're a friend, you're a minister, and the many other roles that you can think of that applies to you, right? We have all those roles at the same time. Then there's limited time. Some people say 24 hours is not enough. Well, do you blame them? They are struggling to balance work, family, faith, personal well being, and leaving little time for rest and reflection. Then there's mom guilt. Many moms feel guilty when they focus on their careers or personal growth, worrying that they are neglecting families uh, and other areas of their life. And then there's commitment in church. We have the added responsibility of maintaining a strong spiritual life while managing daily responsibilities. There's also lack of support. Without a strong support system, handling everything alone can really be exhausting. Then there's neglecting of self care. Women often prioritize others over themselves, and this usually leads to burnout. Now, let's quickly take a look at some key reset strategies. Okay, so managing overwhelm requires intentional strategies that help you balance your responsibilities while protecting your well being. Now, here are some practical approaches, right? Things that we can apply immediately. First, prioritize and plan. Identify your top priorities each day. You can use a planner or a digital tool to map out tasks so you can focus on what truly matters. Set boundaries. Now, learn to say no to commitments that drain your energy or don't align with your goals. You need to protect your time and your energy. Delegate and ask for help. You don't have to do it all alone. You can ask your spouse, you can ask your children, okay? You can ask trusted friends, family members to assist with tasks. Schedule or prioritize self care. Treat self care as non negotiable, whether it's prayer, whether it's exercise, journaling, or simply resting. Make it a priority. Now you'll be wondering prayer, exercise, journaling, why are they all part of self-care? Well, if you have listened to me long enough, you would know that I talk a lot about holistic self-care. And holistic self-care has to do with the spiritual, the physical, the mental aspects of us. Now we need to embrace grace over perfection. Release the need to be perfect in every role. Embrace the grace that comes with doing your best. Another way we can reset is connect with community. Surround yourself with supportive people, whether through church, whether business groups, or whether close friends who uplift and encourage you. Focus on God. Use prayer, devotion, or scripture study to put yourself together and find strength amid all the busyness. Okay? Then time block for efficiency. Group your similar task together, right? This will help you increase productivity. Then practice gratitude. Acknowledging what's going well can shift your perspective and ease stress. So when you pay attention to the things that are going right instead of the things that are going wrong, and be grateful for them, thank God for them. you'll see that you shift your perspective from everything that is going wrong, to things that are going right. And this will ease stress. Okay, overwhelm doesn't have to define your journey. I need you to know that. You need to begin to engage in small intentional changes that will lead to greater peace and balance. Right. So let me just quickly share a personal story. Now, I worked as a head teacher for quite a while in a school here in where I stay in Abuja, Nigeria. And I remember when I first started, it was a lot of, I put in a lot of effort and I was doing everything on my own. And I found out that I was consistently stressed. I was constantly stressed. I get home, I'm exhausted. And by the time I get home, I need to, because I leave the house early with my daughter, then it was just my daughter I had. I'll leave the house early, go to work, get back. Is when I come back, we're cleaning up, and I'm cleaning up. I'm also preparing dinner. And then when I'm done, I settle down and I begin to prepare for the next day. And one day I remember my husband telling me that, look, you need to find a way to, make this easier on yourself, because it was like you're spending so much time. By the time you come back, you're spent, and the work is even coming home with you. You have no time to do any other thing. And so I started to look at, how to make it work, and then I started to delegate. I learned that I didn't need to do everything on my own. I started looking for, those who were committed, those who knew what to do, right? And even had an idea. And so for some, I trained on the job and I began to hand over some of these tasks to them. So it became easier, for me. And it even helped the teachers around me to begin to grow because they were also learning, right? They knew what to do and how to do it. And if they were not sure, I had an open door, they could come to me and I would put them through. And that's how they were growing, and the work was easier and I could focus on other things. And so with time, I wasn't taking work home because with the way I created the system, I was able to finish what I wanted to do, achieve my goals for the day, then go back home without stress and, without taking work home. All right. So I learned that really, I needed to delegate. I learned to ask for help. I also learned to trust in God, for Him to direct me and lead me to the right people to delegate to, you know, and things that I needed to do. Okay. All right. So let me leave you with a scripture for today. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This is a faith reminder for you. Okay, that you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. You can take some of this burden to God. And when you take it to Him, please leave it there. Don't take it back home or take it back from your prayer altar. Leave it there with the Lord. Okay? Now, I have a challenge for you for this week. What one key reset strategy will you begin to practice from this moment, right? I need you to take a look at all the ones that I've listed, right? Go back if you need to go back to listen again, do that, okay? And pick one, just one. Okay, are you going to prioritize and plan? Do I really suggest that everybody does that? Set boundaries, delegate and ask for help. Are you going to schedule self-care, embrace grace over perfection, connect with community, focus on God, and block time for efficiency, practice gratitude? Now, some of you may need to do a lot more than one or two or three, but just start something today. Pick one and begin to practice it today. Okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me today, Boss Mom. If this episode has encouraged you and blessed you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with another amazing mom who needs it. And remember, you are doing better than you think. Enjoy God's grace every step of the way, and see you next week for another episode of Life of a Boss Mom.